It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Prepare ship for light speed!
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow? Prepare ship for ludicrous speed! Fasten all seatbelts! Seal all entrances and exits! Close all shops in the mall!
Now hear this! Ludicrous speed!
Sir, hadn't you better buckle up?
Now buckle this! My brains are going into my feet! Bullshit! Just stop this thing! I order you! Smoke if you got 'em.
Titus, I'm bored.
The boy is Paladin
all in the reflexes. Good morning, Valhalla. How the hell are y'all? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Get your hump on.
Yep. Got to get that hump on today, folks.
Good morning. Holy shit, there's someone on YouTube talk. How the hell did that happen? Well, this used to be a interview show on Wednesdays. We used to do Women of the Fandom. Then we did like a what's your story journey thing on YouTube where I used to interview people and talk about their experiences on YouTube. And we have kind of revived that. I don't know if that's going to be a weekly thing or not, but we've kind of revived that at least for today because we're going to be talking with Jedi Master Lost in Space and Sci-Fi Classics, and talk about his YouTube journey for a little bit today. So Samurai seems excited. He's like Loki and Jedi Master. What's going on, brother? What is going on?
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Now let's see how well you handle
it.
No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Yes.
Dolls again.
Yes. Yes. God help me. Speaking of that, there will be Studio Series 86 Megatron later today at noon Central. So, what are the odds of Jedi falling out of his chair this morning? Pretty good. He almost did it backstage when he saw that I included the seatbelt thing from Spaceballs. Yeah. Buckle this. That's the way he is every Friday night. He's like, buckle this. And then, smoke if you got him as he's falling out of the chair.
Boom.
Jedi Master is going to tell his truth. Man, I hate that. I absolutely hate that expression. His truth. Fuck that.
My truth there's only one truth.
There's only one truth, and that's the truth. Right?
That's the truth.
Penny's excited to see you. Good morning, Penny. How are you? Cotton, what's going on, brother? He's already laughing his ass off. Yeah, that's that. It started. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Fired. Where is he? Where is he? I know Snow's lurking in here somewhere with his sea chickens.
No. The chicken hawks.
The
chicken hawks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. I won't watch that shit. So guys, you don't have to worry about me because I don't watch frag ball because they've turned it into a pussy sport. So but you guys are it's teams, and I get it. You got your Pats, he's got his Seahawks. Don't make me quote the NFL again.
I know what you think of the NFL, Cotton. I don't like some of their actions, but I do like the competition, and I've been watching the Patriots since 1971. Yes, I'm old.
You are old.
Yes, I am.
But not old around YouTube. So when the hell?
No, you guys make me young.
When the hell did you decide, and what made you decide, you know what? I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to get on YouTube and I'm going to start doing shit on YouTube. When did you make that horrible decision? Because God help me.
I was just like, I got tired of regular freaking entertainment. And, the political landscape was changing and everything. And I started going on YouTube, and the first person that attracted me, actually the Benny Johnson show, started watching Benny. And then I started like on an evening, certain nights I'd be on my computer. I look on YouTube. Then I stumbled across Snowdub's channel, and I jumped in there and I saw a blue talking puppet. This has got to be interesting. So I went in there, went in the chat, started showing up, saying hi and getting to know the guys and everything. So I was involved in the recent election in the local GOP. So while I was doing that, I filmed a really good on election day. We were getting flipped off we were on one side, they were on the other side. And there was this dude flipping me off and flipping us off while he's holding up a sign, no hate. They're flipping us off with a sign of no hate. And And I filmed it, and Snow had run it on one of his shows live and everything, and that one thing led to another. I became a member, and I started watching and watching, and eventually I started saying, "Man, I do some impersonations. A puppet would be fun." So I dubbed around on Tony Stark's channel a little bit doing my impersonations, and that made me finally realize I want get a puppet, so I befriended Snacks and Friends, and he got started on a puppet, and I go, "Well, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well have a YouTube channel of myself. Do something for myself, have
Yeah.
a little footprint." So, what do I like? What do I like more than anything in the world? And it is classic science fiction, and my favorite show of all time, and although it's laughed at, mocked, and picked on a lot because of the time, is Lost in Space. Now, truly to the facts, it is an acquired taste if you're gonna watch that show. You have to I come from that time, and when I was a little kid at 4 years old, when my mother sat me down in my little chair with my Cheerios and my orange juice and put that show on for me, I was enthralled. Seeing a glowing, even though it was in black and white on our little Zenith, whatever we had RCAs back then, and you watch that and your eyes, as we were just getting ready to go to the moon too. So both of those things had my eyes like I was hooked. From that day, I have been hooked on that show, on space, anything that has to do with pulp, anything class, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Land of the Giants, all of Irwin Allen's greats. And I will say it today, and I will say it to this day, they don't make them like that anymore. They don't.
Yeah.
No, no, pure. To me, there was a special charm and purity to those shows when I was a kid.
You're talking about like the 1996 movie, right?
No, the 1996 movie, we can get into that a little bit if you like. The best part of that movie was Major Mark Goddard, which is it was may he rest in peace. And he his anniversary of his passing's coming up. And he was a good friend. And I lived near him in Massachusetts. He did a lot of local shows, the toy shows, and I used to see him at least once every other month in person. Then I got close. I got to go to his 82nd birthday party. I had a cold beer with Major Don West. I mean, I got pictures of him with his cake, and I mean, me and my wife and him. He is just got one of the biggest hearts of any people that I've ever met. And I met Bill Mumy, I've met Angela Cartwright, and Marta Kristen. June Lockhart, I met, may she rest in peace. We just lost her not long ago.
Yeah.
Guy Williams died back in Argentina. He went home after, and he went back and passed. His daughter, Tony Williams, does something wonderful for him on Facebook. She's a very lovely and nice person, too. So it's just I took it they almost when I was growing up watching the show, it was like you wanted to be part of that family. The adventurous Will
Yeah.
Robinson, the badass Major Don West, always wanting him to choke out Smith. And of course you got Dr. Smith. And the funny thing about that, his character was supposed to be done after like 3 or 4 episodes. And he, in an interview, said that couldn't be because he'd be out of work.
Yeah.
So he started in the middle of the first season, he started slipping it in. And one day, Irwin Allen called him into the office. He goes, "I know what you're doing. Keep doing it."
You cutting, picking nitty muggins.
Yeah. No, yeah. Gary Oldman was in it. He was in the movie Kronos. He was he had a good for what the script was, he did the best he could with what they handed him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a great Dr. Smith. Gary Oldman was a great Dr. Smith.
The script sucked ass.
Except for the time machine thing. The first half of that movie's great. And then you get to the time shit and
Once
you're
they
like,
go in the future, I was like, what the fuck did you do? And Bill Mumy actually was offered a role in that movie, and he wanted to be the older version of himself in that time travel thing. I think it would have worked if they actually had him in it and that thing could have worked with him. He would have made it work. Bill, he had in 1983 a manuscript, which is in the if you buy the Blu-rays, you will find out how they actually get back to Earth. It's called A Miracle in Space. Is 4 parts. You can actually watch it on YouTube. Someone taking the table read, and I don't know how they did it, but they CGI'd it, and it's an episode in the CGI kind of animation, and it gets them back to Earth. They actually get back. It's called Miracle in Space. If any of y'all ever seen, will go onto YouTube, yeah, which you do, I'm sure, of course. Go look up Miracle in Space and watch that 4-parter. They're 4 15-minute segments. You will not be sorry. It's well put together. And all the cast members that are alive did the table read, except, of course, Guy Williams had been passed away, so they had other people. His brother did his voice, his younger brother, and Veronica Cartwright did the June Lockhart's voice, and Tony Williams played the alien voice. Bill Mumy as himself, Angela Cartwright, Major West, and in that epilogue, that they're actually Dawn and Judy have a kid. It's excellent. And if I really recommend if you get your hands on the Blu-ray set or go to the YouTube and just type in Miracle in Space, Lost in Space, you will find the 4 parts and you'll find it. It's a must watch, I think. And it kind of seals up all the ends.
Thank you, Jill.
Yeah.
Some of the best stuff like that you'll ever see is shit like that. They did that recently with Transformers when they had the anniversary for the original series. They brought it back in theaters and they had the surviving voice actors do a table read of the original episode. It sucks that they didn't do that with all 3 episodes because they showed the first, like, it was like watching the movie. It's like watching the TV movie of the first Transformers. But they had the original cast members come back and voice the lines. Of course, a couple of people have passed away. So they had people come in that had played them in later shows and done the voices for them. But anytime you see that, you're like, man, I want more of that. Can you give us more of that? And there's a reason, because a lot of that old stuff, it's not just iconic. It's not just a memory. It's something special. It's something that reaches in and that you're like, holy shit, man. I remember watching this when I was a kid. I love these guys. I love the work that they did. And it's able to kind of transport you back to an earlier day when there wasn't a lot of the bullshit that we have to deal with today.
No, this made the family show. It was a family show. You could sit down and watch Lost in Space. Well, the season 1 was very scary for kids, the black and white and some of the monsters. I mean, and Irwin Allen didn't have the biggest budget back then. So, especially in the episode The Keeper, when they're all coming out of the spaceship, you see the repeat of the same monsters. He's running them in a loop. But at that age, but at 7 years old, 6 years old, do you really are you really picking up on those little fine details? No, you're not. You're seeing monsters coming out. You're seeing lasers. You're seeing big giant cyclopses. You're seeing cool spaceships, cool different looking aliens. To me, that was like, wow. I would love to be in space. I would love to have been that Will Robinson when I was a kid, or Major West.
And how many kids watched all that and decided, I'm gonna get in the Air Force. I want to be a part of
it. Did a lot.
I want to go to space. Same thing with Star Trek. A lot of people watched Star Trek back in the day, the original Star Trek, not any of the sports shit we have now.
It inspires.
And it inspires people. They want to go, they want to do something. They want to experience that. So the fact that it has inspired so many people, that it has inspired imagination, that's a huge thing. Just the fact that it's inspired so many people's imaginations to continue doing something, to continue writing, to continue telling stories, to go on YouTube and talk about Lost in Space and make, multi-million viewed shorts.
Say again, over millions of shorts.
Yeah, million shorts that have millions of views. Crazy bastard.
Yeah, well, I like to put them. I like giving people what they want. They're asking for this. They like the corny stuff. I was coming out with I come out with some. I mix it up. I'll do like some of the campy stuff, some of the serious stuff. Like the recent episode that I just put up a bunch of shorts on is called "Condemned of Space," season 3, episode 1. And good morning, Culture Casino, sir. I hope you're well. I always thought Dr. Smith was a good heel bad guy. He was a sniveling sneaky. I wanted to
Ninny
jump through the
Muggins.
TV. He was a
Ninny Muggins.
sneaky nitty muggins, and I would wanted to go through the TV so many times they had a chance to do something good or get back on course, and he would find a way to screw it all up. It was like he was their Gilligan. He was
Yeah, he was their
definitely
Gilligan.
he was their Gilligan, but with a homicidal tendency to his character at times.
And
You know?
the arguments he had with the robot.
The robot.
You know,
Oh, the epic. You cackling cacophony, bubble-headed booby,
bubble-headed
roly-poly
baby.
rowdy, roly-poly rowdy. I got like 3 pages of saved insults from A to Z. Unbelievable. Yeah, I remember there was an episode called Ice Castles in Space where the robot gets drunk. It was like season 3, getting to the end of it. Peter Packer, the guy that did most of the writing and wrote, he's like, he didn't have many more ideas left. And this episode, the robot he got loaded, and then he's got him with an ice pack on top of his bubble. I mean, they had at that point, I was even saying, well, this is a bit cheesy, but it was funny. I watch them now and I crack up laughing to the
And that
campiness.
though the robots weren't cheap. I want to tell you something. When Forbidden Planet came out and you were introduced to Robbie the robot, that son bitch was the most expensive thing in the whole movie. They
Oh
spent more
yeah,
on the robot than they spent on the sets, and some of those sets are like chef kiss. They're
yeah.
absolutely beautiful. The control room, for one, the way everything lights up, the way
On,
everything works
on the
together,
spaceship. Oh yeah,
absolutely awesome. On the spaceship, the underground base, all that shit looks absolutely badass. And then you find out the robots would almost broke them, right? And yes, you can see both robots in the background. You can see the top of Robbie's
Robbie.
head, and you can see the top of the robot's
Rob
head.
Robot B9 and Robbie. Now, the same gentleman created both of them, if you all know that. Robert Kinoshita, the great Robert Kinoshita, created. He first originally named the Lost in Space robot Blinky. He called him Blinky. And Robert Kinoshita, he was a genius. And I always, of course, loved the Lost in Space robot because he became more emotional and insulting. He would actually laugh when Smith, he's like always getting threatened to pull out his power pack. I mean, Dr. Smith used to torture that robot. He used to do some screwed up shit. He would set him up, get him into trouble. Yeah.
But it worked. It worked. And you had this dynamic. You had this dynamic between Dr. Smith and the robot that was just killer. And
It's
it
like
worked.
Laurel and Hardy,
Yeah.
Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy. And there's a few episodes like, oh, the space destructors where Dr. Smith gets seduced by this machine that keeps making these one after another, and he makes this army of they all look like Dr. Smith. It's like, and they got him coming down, and John's trying to get in there, and and he's got all these guys dressed up like knights and swords, and he's like killing them one after another as he's making them off the assembly line, and he's just like corny. It was funny, but it was just so you were as a kid, you were like, wow, this is pretty cool. And we're talking
Pat has a
1960s.
question. He said, was the
Yes.
robot like servos, or was there like a person? Was there a little midget or something?
There was a man inside, and he was not a midget. His name was Bob May. He's a wonderful man. I got a chance to meet him in 1995 at the Bayside Expo 35th Lost in Space. I have a shirt actually in my closet signed by the great Bob May. It's a Lost in Space. It's warning. I don't even wash it because I don't want that indelible ink to come out. He signed it at the convention. I can go grab it real quick.
He's gonna go grab it, folks. We've got Tony Stark. What's up? Good morning, Tony. How are you doing? Oh, there he is. Warning, warning, aliens approaching. Aliens approaching. Yeah, don't watch that. Don't ever wear it. Just yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You can tell he's a fan, ladies and gentlemen.
That thing is worth I'm not saying the worth, but it's 95. You figure it's over 32 years old. I've had that shirt for 30. He passed away, and his wife and daughter have a beautiful called the Bob May Tribute Group. And I post a lot on there. It's on Facebook, and we have the Bill Mummy Appreciation Society. We have Mark Goddard. We have each cast member has their own page, and we have big groups. We have gotten together. We've done meetups, and no, I wash my clothes there, Shellback. Hey, we put the sock in the wash machine so he can be available tonight for hump day.
So what has it been like? What's been the most surprising thing about being around this crazy group of absolute wackadoos that hang out on YouTube, do live streams, do basically the things that we do? What's been the most surprising thing out of everything?
How many wonderful people I've met, and to be honest, the friendship. Losing a friend just recently and falling ass backwards into this group of people, pretty much, and out of pure, you know, I find myself fortunate to be around so many cool, fun people. I have not laughed. I mean, I have a good time. I have a good family, good wife life. Personal life is good, but to have the camaraderie that I found in these groups, meeting you, Tony, Snowtub, Snacks, Shellback. I mean,
All
all
great
the people
people.
that, I mean, you got salt of the earth, and I don't say this just wholeheartedly. I just don't say this about people. I mean it. I love not everybody. I mean it. Doesn't It's just been so much fun. I've feel like I belong to a nice little extra family. It's like a second family. I come on here, we do the shows, the late night show, we laugh. When I get to do stuff with Tony on his channel, pop it up and do the boss and all that good stuff. I mean it. I never thought I could have this much fun at my age. I didn't want to be one of them guys that gets old and just sits around and watches NASCAR, drink a bunch of beer, and get a big belly and sit in the. I wanted to, you know, I want to be around people that like to laugh, that like the same things that I like. You guys like science fiction. You like to talk about movies, and you're all patriotic people. You love your country. It's very hard to find people like that you can connect with in such a short time. And I just literally love y'all. I can't mince my words and say it any other different. I think you guys are great people, and I enjoy spending my time, every minute of my time that I get to spend with you guys. It's not wasted time to me. I feel honored and privileged that y'all took me under your wing and took me in too. And that's
Showback says we laugh at him when he falls out of his chair, which causes him to do it again. And of course, we laugh again.
We laugh.
Indeed, we do.
Yeah.
That's what the changed intro this morning was all about. Buckling up, buckling your safety belt.
Because we're going to ludicrous speed.
We're going to ludicrous speed, and we're going to have a freaking fun time, and we're going to laugh about it because he keeps falling out of his chair. Any bullshit you've had to deal with?
Yeah,
I'm poked the bear. I'm gonna poke the bear a little bit. We're poking the bear this morning. Any bullshit you had to deal with that you're like, oh, man, I can't believe this shit.
Oh, I see some crazy stuff on here. I'm doing this because this is a hobby. I could get subscribers or 5 million subscribers, I'm not being monetized because they think I'm reusing other people's content, which I'm not. So they're gonna let my channel go, but I'm not making any money. I don't care about it. And I will say this plain and bluntly. I don't give a rat's ass if I make 5 cents. I'm having a good time. And I'm gonna continue to have a good time. I'm gonna continue uploading my shorts. And I don't care. Maybe it's like counting all the gumballs in the machine. I want to see if I can count them all. I don't know. I just see how far I go. People are liking my content. And the main thing that makes me happy as most is in the community now that has built on my channel is the debate and discussion. I've stirred up debate and discussion about the show. And that was my main is piquing people's interest. Actually, people that have never seen the show before that are coming in that are younger saying, "Hey, this is interesting. It's kind of goofy, but I'm going to check it out." And maybe we can create a new generation of fans, a new base of fans for for these old shows from what I do. If I can do anything and accomplish anything throughout this journey on YouTube, however long God keeps me up and running, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing so I can keep spreading that love that I have for the show and show people that there's alternatives out there. You can watch good old classic stuff and whether it's corny at times or not, you can still get that entertainment and have that sense of pureness. There's no profanity. You don't have to worry about people getting disemboweled. I mean, and there's you don't really see any politics.
Yeah.
And it's just a wonderful, wonderful environment. And the group that I fell into, the Cotton Council, your group, Loki, being part of your late night show has been one of the things I look forward to every weekend. I look forward to being in the Tuck and Roll show. I look forward to doing Friday nights when I'm feeling good after hours with Tony doing with Alf. I enjoy the fun things that we do together, and I believe everything that Snow Dub does on his channel, everything we do is very important to preserve the things that we hold dearly to us that we grew up with because they are basically trying to tear it apart, rip it down, and make it and re-educate us all. They're trying to now my rant's coming because they don't want us to have a good time. It's like the damn Santa Claus. They're gonna judge you by how clean your socks are hanging from your damn mantle, like Santa Claus is coming to town. No more playing, no more fun. They want to take our toys from us. They want to steal our content. They want to destroy our movies and brainwash us to thinking and being the complete opposite of what we actually feel and who we are and our identities as people. And don't ever let them take that from you. No matter how old you get, be you, be the best part of yourself.
And as Stig's saying right here, Stig's absolutely like grew up with equals part of your evolution. It is set in stone within you. Absolutely. I grew up sitting with my dad when he was home from deployment, watching Star Trek. We would watch Star Trek. That's the only time I got to see it late when I was a really little kid was when Pops was home from deployment. We would sit there and we would watch Star Trek together. So of course, I grew up loving Star Trek. I grew up loving Star Wars. I grew up loving Lost in Space. I grew up loving pretty much all sci-fi because that's what we watched with science fiction. So of course I've got this heart, this big heart. Even the stuff I didn't like at the time, like I didn't like Star Trek Next Generation when it first came out. I was like, where's the swashbuckling adventures and the fighting? Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Where's the Kirk versus Spock? Na, 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 na. Where's all this stuff? Instead, you've got this bold guy like, we're all the Federation of Planets. And I didn't like it when I was a kid. And as I got older, there's a part of me that appreciates it a lot more now. And I can go back and I actually love the music in the first couple of seasons of Next Gen. And then they changed it. They went more orchestra. But those synth waves, man, where it was unique,
Yeah.
it was different.
What is
I understand
Technicorn?
some. Some people didn't like it, but freaking I loved it.
I loved it
And
all.
I loved
Land
it
of the
all.
Lost. Land of the Lost. I used to watch Land of the Lost. It was the cheesiest bad kid, but I used to love that shit. The Flintstones, the Jetsons. I friggin' used to love those shows. And they have even the pathetic Lost also with what was it, Jim Nabors and Ruth Buzzy. That was a horrible show. Sid and Marty Croft. Sid and Marty Croft fun super hour in the morning. They used to have that whole cast. It was like corny, all the piped in laughter, and it was pretty cool back then when you were a kid. They used to have those weird shows like one TV nowadays. Have you seen what the schlock that they're giving these kids?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Turn on
Oh yeah.
some of these animated characters. I'm wondering the people that are drawing them and doing them, what kind of drugs are they on at the time?
Well, they
It's a
did that recently with Transformers. They tried doing the whole like Optimus Prime, you're not a he. What do you mean? I am Optimus Prime, leader of you're an it, Optimus. You're not a he or a she.
who
You're an it.
what? This I didn't even hear.
This was in the last series that they did. They tried going all pronoun with them. And I'm
Well, good,
like,
I'm glad.
guys, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Jason of Star Command was the best Sid and Marty Croft show.
I have all the episodes on DVD. They're tired, Mark. I'm not going to say how I got
Good morning,
obtained
Mark.
those. Good morning. But I have those on DVD. Those are great. Jason the Star Command, and I have the other one, Space Academy, where James Doohan's actually in that one, and Jonathan Harris, Dr. Smith, he plays uh, the commander in that. He's actually a good guy. He's a very good guy in Jason the Star in Space Academy, and he also played the on Battlestar Galactica. Forget his name. The guy with the light lit head, Lucifer.
Yes.
I think he played Lucifer. He had the voice of Lucifer. He did, and then of course they had that horrible Lost in Space animated series, which blah. It was
Well,
just
they
bad.
they did Lost in Space on Netflix. And
That was
I definitely didn't like that show at first because I was like, what the shit is this with the mom being a total bitch? Like,
yes, yes.
we're gonna leave you. We're not taking you with us. And just the absolute
Yeah.
shit treatment of the dad. I was like, what in the shit is this? Okay, so wait a minute. Now she's the scientist. He's just like this dumb military soldier, and this is my family. And I was like, screw this shit. More feminazi Yahtzee bullshit. I'm not dealing with it. And yeah, I understand the show gets better. But that's a huge turn off right off the bat. We don't need women to
Yeah,
be
that kind.
absolute fucking turbo Yahtzees because they've got a giant stick shoved firmly up their ass because society told them to.
Well, that's the only thing that took me back at the beginning. But I watched that first episode with Mark God. They did a little thing they had a big, huge celebration. That's one where you see pictures of me in the chariot and shit with my wife. They had a big, huge thing at my friend's place in Lynn, Mass. Called the Elevator Inventory Design Company. He ran it. He's the one that built the chariot. He had his robot there, and they have a boardroom there. And Mark came in. They invited the people from his appreciation society. So 50 of us were invited in. We had a nice dinner. We watched the premiere with him. I grant it, she was horrible to him at the beginning. And that if any complaint about the movie, I agree with you. Getting past the first 5 episodes, because by the time the character arc at the end, the family actually comes together. I did like how and the other thing I didn't like is they made Will weak at the beginning. He became strong like the Will Robinson, and Will Robin, the real Bill Mummy and him had a little thing together, a back and forth I read that Bill said, "Make it your own. Don't be me. Don't be my Will Robinson." But because Bill, he was in it. Bill Mummy was in it. He played Dr. Smith. He was the guy on the spaceship, and at the end of episode one, they kind of go backwards, back and forth. Shit, that Parker Posey's taking off his coat, and that's the original Bill Mummy. who was Dr. Smith. And it was kind of a nice little twist in the writing. I thought that was pretty ingenious how they did that, because I didn't think a woman Dr. Smith was going to work, but
Oh
she
no.
did it. She nailed it. She nailed it. She was evil. Even the music was this. They if you listen to it, they altered it a bit, but it was the same. And may he rest in peace. Kevin Burns is the reason why that series happened. He was the keeper of the flame of Lost in Space, and he passed away shortly before the ending of filming of the season 3. And it was so sad because he was going to recolor all the first season. There is in the first Blu-ray season 1, the first episode, No Place to Hide, the unaired pilot, is done recolored totally. So if you buy that, they don't have if you want the other 2 seasons, you're going to be buying them from China or Japan or somewhere, Malaysia, because I can't find any in the United States, season 2 and season 3.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yep.
Lovely Sherry. Good morning. Good morning to you. Really quick, I want to go back to this. Stig mentions Farscape. Farscape is probably my second favorite TV series of all time. DS9 is my favorite. It will always be my favorite. But Farscape is probably a very, very, very close second. And
I gotta watch that.
It's so good. There's so many good things, and there is a callback because there is a scene at the end, towards the end of the first season, where the main character, who just so happens to be lost in space, is being tortured, and they after being tortured in this device that they called the chair, he's thrown in a cell and he's laying there like on his face and he's drooling from being tortured. And he goes, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger, beware of the chair, beware of the chair." Yeah. And it's just this like when I saw Scorpius, who is like the main antagonist of the show, and then that scene was when I said, you know what? I think they're going to have something special. I really do. I think I've been kind of touch and go this first season, but seeing this guy, this Darth Vader looking motherfucker, and then seeing John laying there drooling, saying, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger." I was like, damn, they're really like, they're going for it now. That's when I said, holy shit, I've got to keep watching the show. I can't. I'm not going to be able to stop. And it was good. It was freaking great.
I'm getting that next box set. I'm going to get it a box set, the DVD, because that'd be a great show to break down and do. That would be a great show to break down.
And you'll love the music too. I got the soundtrack somewhere over there.
You have a lot of vinyl, man.
I've got a lot of freaking vinyl because
I just got the first 3 original Boston albums on vinyl.
So if I buy a damn vinyl because I love the music on a TV show so much. And Jim Henson's Creature Creation Shop worked on this show. Yeah. So from the very beginning, they were a big part of selling this as, hey, you want to see like evil Muppets and shit in space? There you go. So they did all the makeup, all the puppets. There's a puppet that's constantly on the show called Rigel. That you'll just forget is a puppet. You will literally forget he's a puppet. And they did all this without CG bullshit. They did it all without computer generated AI. They worked their ass off. And yes, oh my God, Claudia Black as Elsa Aaron Sung. Absolutely. Pigs in space. But yeah.
They've got so much good old content. Like I got Buck Rogers, the full now
that will remind you. It will remind you of Buck Rogers, especially the opening when he's talking about what's happened to him. It's very Buck Rogers like. When I first saw the opening for Farscape, I was like, damn, it's like watching the opening of Buck Rogers when he, with dun 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 dun, and he's in the spaceship and he's kind of frozen. there's a scene where John is going through this like wormhole in his spaceship, and it looks a lot like the old NASA spaceship that Buck Rogers was in, like the shuttle. And it absolutely feels like the opening feels like Buck Rogers. If they did Buck Rogers in the late 90s, early 2000s, this is what it would be like. This is what Buck Rogers would be like, which kept me watching until there was a better reason to keep watching, which was it got really freaking good. There's some touch and go episodes in season 1, but then it just once you get past season 1, it's like once you get to Scorpius and you realize, okay, there is this evil Darth Vader son of a bitch out there that just screams, I'm a badass son of a bitch and I'm going to tear you apart. That got me to keep watching. X-Files was good.
I wasn't a big X.
Burned out at the end.
I just didn't like. I never got into that. Nope. I used to always just show UFO. Growing up, it was like a throwback retro. It was so cool. Shadow. It was UFO. I have that too on DVD. Those are fantastic. That UFO series. It's like it's the 1980s, and it's so cool the way that the decor, the art deco, the way they filmed it, and the way they were chasing aliens and stuff, and they had a moon base. And of course, I like Space 1999. That was really good.
Space 1999.
1999. Yep. There were a few attempts at other sci-fi shows that just didn't cut it. They tried. I mean, like Damnation Alley came out the same time as Star Wars, and that was supposed to be blockbuster. Damnation Alley and Star Wars totally murdered it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that tends to happen. Oh, you're supposed to have this big thing, and then something comes along that nobody expected. Yeah.
And I wasn't one of the first ones to rush and see Star Wars when it first came out. A few people started seeing it. I goes, we'll see. And then I finally started seeing people say, wow, you got to see this. So I finally went in there, sat there and saw it like 3 times the first day. I went and watched it. It was when you could buy a ticket for $2. So I went in and literally gave the guy $2, went out, said, when's the next show start? He goes, okay, here's another 2. I said, better yet, here's 4. I'm going to see it 2 more times. I just sat in the damn cinema and I watched it 3 times in a row. And
I did that. I did that with The Crow. When The Crow came out back in the 90s, I took everyone. I'd go and see it 1 or 2 times at a time, and I'd take people to see it. I'd sit there and I'd run people to the theater and be like, don't worry, I'm paying, I'm buying my treat. You've got to see this movie. So I took friends, I took family, I took everybody I could grab. And I ended up seeing it like 16, 17 times in the theater because all the way through it's like main run through the dollar movie run. Because yes, we had dollar cinemas back in the day where you paid $1 to go see a movie. They always had the best popcorn because they just did. If you wanted good popcorn, you went to the dollar theater. If you wanted popcorn with holes and shit in it, you went to the big theater. But when you find something like that and you just dive in, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it and you don't. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in so long. People just going back over and over and over and over and over again. I think the last movie I saw that with was the original Avatar, and even then I was like,
cringe.
Once that was enough.
No, but I saw Jaws. I had to have seen Jaws 100 times when it came out. The first, I love Jaws. I could sit and watch that movie 10 times in a row. I used to love it. Robert Shaw made that movie so great. Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss, their rivalry, their hatred towards each other. They didn't really like each other. If you read the book about, they did not like each other at all. And it showed, it actually made them work better together because that natural animosity, brought the true asshole out of Robert Shaw. Like he was like really like Mr. Hooper. You know.
Lovely Sherry says, I've never watched any Star Wars movies. Don't start now. I love Lord of the Rings, though. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
So that's something I do now. I'll see something coming back out in the theater, and I grab Eris, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see this. Haven't we seen that before? Yeah, but you've never seen it in the theater. So let's go to the IMAX and let's watch this because it's back in theater. Or let's go to Alamo and we'll watch this. And that, man, it's I get more out of that than I do going to see new movies now. I get more out of going and watching the old stuff.
Bring Jaws back, big screen. I'll go see it tomorrow. Bring down the 4K that thing and make it really clean, crisp, clean it up. Don't fuck with it, but just, crisp it up, 4K it, or whatever they want to do to it. I'll go see that again. They should, like they said, aren't they talking about releasing the original 3 Star Wars movies again? Doing that?
Yes. And they're in their original versions, the original theatrical runs, which they said they would never, ever, you'll never see those again, was what Lucas said. So
I want to see Nub.
Nub. So that was that, and Star Trek 3 are the first 2 movies I remember ever seeing in theaters. And I don't remember much about Return of the Jedi, but I do remember jumping up out of my seat in the theater and my mom like trying to grab me and pull me down when the Ewoks like attacked. When they're whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, yeah, I'm jumping up and down on my chair, and she's trying to grab me and sit me down. I'm like, hush, hush, hush. And I'm like, yeah, Ewoks, little teddy bears, I want to kill stormtroopers.
I watched Star Wars in Greece. Return of the Jedi. I was stationed in Greece. I watched it in the Apollon Palace. They had a big, huge TV room, and I had never seen it because I was overseas when it came out. And I finally watched it, and I was like, finally, I'm going to get to see Return of the Jedi. And I watched it, and I loved it. I love all 3, the original 3 and the prequels. I really enjoy still. I don't mind the prequels. I mean, Jar Jar Binks is an annoying, but what, made me afraid of the ocean.
Jar Jar Binks. Me's going to destroy the entire galaxy.
Yeah, Mister. You so all screwed now. Jaws made me afraid. I used to live near Marshfield area, BH Samurai, near the Cape. So trust me, it made me, after watching that movie, it made me think a bit. But the water was so cold up there. I don't think a shark would want to hang around off. But now they do because the water's warmed up over the years. They have because they have the sea lion population down there. If I see a lot of seals in an area, I'm not going in that water because that's what they eat, especially the big one, the great whites.
Oh yeah, they eat. Oh yeah, seals. That's why they attack human beings, because they think you're a damn seal.
In the words of
till they get a taste of human flesh, and then they're man-eaters.
In the words of the mayor from Jaws, I don't want no half-ass autopsy done on the dock and watch that little kitten boy spill out all over the place. Harry.
20 kids went into the water, Chief. Only 5 came back out. Turtle.
That's why I'll never put on a life jacket again.
I want to be a master of disguise. Have you ever seen that Master of Disguise?
With Jackie Chan?
No.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, look up Master in Disguise and look up the boat scene in Master of Disguise. So you've got, oh God, what's his name? What's that son of a bitch's name? He played Garth in Wayne's World.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Okay, so you've got Dana Carvey. These guys are chasing Dana Carvey through the park, and they suddenly stop, and he's in a rowboat, and he looks like Quinn from Jaws, and he's like, 20 kids went into the water.
Yes, I did see that movie. I did see that. Oh my God.
Came back out.
Yeah,
and you're like, what the fuck? Because he's a master of disguise. So he looks like he's dressed up like Quinn from Jaws. Yeah. And he's pretending he's Quinn in Jaws. Dated a girl in high school who was one of the alien children in Close Encounters of the Third That I'm not sure what to do with that.
Me neither.
So you dated an alien child, Mark?
Did you do the hand signals right when you met her? You know, do 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 do. Probably flipped her off in her own language and shit.
God, they have like prison slang, freaking sign language.
Yeah.
One of the things you learn as a prison guard. Oh, they've got their own weird version of sign language. That way they can talk to the. She may as well have been Loki. That's short. I couldn't date somebody that short.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything below like 5'6", and I'm like, hello down there.
Yeah. Well,
how are you?
When I meet young, I probably need a steplet. Yeah. My wife and me, my wife's shorter than me. That ain't saying much. She's 5'3", so.
See, I can at 6'3", I can't date like a short.
Well, see, I'm only 5'7", 5. I'm short, so it works out nicely. Because when we were in high school, I came up to her chest. That's why she would have no part of me back then. I was too little. She was like, "You're too short. You're too short. You go. You come back when you get bigger.
You come back when you get taller. You have time to grow. We're gonna give you a little time to grow."
Yeah.
It's just not happening. Okay, so before we get out of here, because I'm not gonna sit here and talk about dating life through high school.
No, please.
Okay. You obviously Lost in Space. Obviously you're over on Snow Dubs as the boss.
Yes.
And as somebody else that
you guys all want to murder. You guys got a hit out on my damn one of my
baby sock. The three-eyed
the baby sock is under the puppet protection program right now. The PPP.
Someone's gonna get him. Especially if it's the PPP.
Yeah. So yeah, I have my character, and Tommy Sidious once and every so often will come out too. But he's misbehaving. But I have my 3 characters, and I have my channel. And if you guys do like classic science fiction, when I am back to full strength and my warp core is fixed, I am going to start streaming again on Tuesday nights at 7:15. If you have not ever seen any of my streams or anything, they last about an hour and a half. I talk about an episode of Lost in Space, and with Anti-Derivative Jill, and I have my friend Rick Hollabaugh. He's over from my Facebook groups, and he has joined my panel too. And Loki, as you are always welcome to join me on a show. You know that.
I know.
You said when we get to the colored episodes, the more goofier ones, you said you'd join me. So we're getting there. We're almost through season 1. I'll have you there. And anybody that's interested in Lost in Space discussion or classic sci-fi, come on, check out my channel. Subscribe if you like, and see what I have. I have a lot of shorts up there, some of the funniest moments. I have my live shows. Take your time, stop by if you want to check it out. If not, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, in the end, this is all about having fun and hanging out with great people. And anything extra is like sprinkles on the ice cream to me. That's all I have.
That's all he's got. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here and hanging out with just 2 dudes talking about sci-fi and YouTube and bullshit. And we really appreciate it. I will be reaching out to a few people to see if they would like to come on Wednesday and talk about their YouTube experience, their YouTube journey, the things they have had to deal with, put up with, the fun, the aggravating, the BS that YouTube has that YouTube has dealt them. But if you would like to be on the show at any point, reach out, let me know. That's all you got to do. And I will see about making a spot for you sometime in the future. Until then, guys, 12 o'clock. Mark's experience, my YouTube experience, don't. That's because you got to keep it fun. You have to keep it fun. You have to have a good time. You have to do what you enjoy. You have to stay away from the negative Nancy's that don't want you to have a good time, that don't want you to have fun, that want to just, ruin your experience doing something that you enjoy. That's my experience, is stay away from the fucking people that want to ruin your time, want to insert their own bullshit in your programming, and don't have any respect for what you try and do day in and day out. So just have fun and fuck those people. All right, we're getting out of here. 12 o'clock today, Transformers Studio Series 86 Megatron. 12 o'clock on Transformer already. Hopefully, guys, leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a something, and let me know you want me to keep doing those over there, because I am having a lot of fun. I'm a trained YouTube assassin, Loki. That was my fun. I'll tell you what, we had, so Friday night, we had someone come on there, someone come on the Friday night show trying to start shit because Snowdub was on. And Papa, for the first time, and I don't know how long, Cotton took the sniper position and just ping, 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 was pinging away like homeboy in clear and present danger. Boy, how did you get this close? By being a sneaky bastard, sir. That's right. Damn straight. Let's pack him in. All right, we're getting out of here, guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great Wednesday, a great hump day, and we'll catch you later. Have a good one.
Hump day tonight. Snowdubs.
Snowdubs, hump day. Don't be late, because he'll be late. So you don't be late, because he'll be late. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Skull and tuck and roll, gentlemen.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.